Today we look at the latest developments at New India Cooperative Bank, a small Mumbai-based bank that made news recently for an alleged fraud worth 122 crore rupees. The same bank outside whose branches hundreds of anxious depositors had lined up on the 14th of February. Depositors were and are still worried about their hard-earned savings. Thanks to alleged corrupt practices by senior officials at the bank, around 1.3 lakh depositors, 90% of whom have less than 5 lakh rupees in savings, are now ending up paying the price. About 2 weeks back, the Reserve Bank of India stepped in and suspended withdrawals from the bank. They said there were concerns about the financial health of this bank. The RBI put a new administrator in place to tackle the mess. A few days later, investigations revealed that the bank's general manager, at the time, allegedly siphoned off 122 crore rupees between 2020 and 2024. Hitesh Mehta, the man in question, allegedly removed cash from the bank's Prabhadevi and Goregaon branches over these 4-5 years. 70 crore of this 122 crore was given to a Kandivali-based developer called Dharmesh Pawn. Pawn then pumped the money into building projects. The rest of the money is alleged to have been given to a man called Unnathan Arunachalam, also known as Arun Bhai. After Mehta claimed he gave 40 crore rupees from the stolen money to him, Arun Bhai is on the run and his phone too is switched off. Mehta and Pawn have been both arrested by the police last week and are in police custody till the 20th of February. We had got you a detailed ground report with the depositors speaking to depositors who had raised concerns on the bank's future and also a follow-up story on the investigation in this case. You can watch it by clicking on the link in the description below and the pinned comment. Today, like I said, let's focus on the latest developments with regards to this bank. This includes a slight relief for depositors, controversy over a supposed loan the bank gave to an actress that was written off, poor management at the bank, and the investigation that is revealing new names and their alleged connections in this fraud. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chohan. Let's get started. Let's start with the good news, so to say, for the depositors. The Reserve Bank of India yesterday permitted depositors of New India Cooperative Bank to withdraw up to 25,000 rupees. Depositors can start withdrawing this sum starting the 27th of February. The note put out by India's central bank says it is giving this partial relief to depositors following a review of the bank's cash position. The RBI added that with this relief, more than 50% of depositors will be able to fully withdraw their balances. The remaining account holders can withdraw up to 25,000 rupees or their available balance if it is lower. And these withdrawals can be made via bank branches and ATMs. Surely this is just the first step of initial relief for depositors. But like we showed in our ground report and even the conversations we had off camera, there are depositors who have parked over 30 lakh rupees in their bank account in this particular bank. They say they trusted the bank and parked their savings of all these decades. Now it's anybody's guess what this current taxes of just 25,000 rupees would mean, especially for that chunk of depositors. Now, like we've been saying, New India Cooperative Bank is not alone. Some of the other banks, like the Punjab Maharashtra Cooperative Bank in 2019, had failed in the past. Experts attribute the failure of such banks to poor management and accounting practices and inadequate checks and balances. Like, how can crores be given out in the name of loans without due procedure, without following due procedure? Or how and why were senior bank officials who were supposed to run the bank, they ended up running the bank as per their whims and fancies? These questions have come up in the New India Cooperative Bank's case too. Earlier today, there were unconfirmed reports doing the rounds of Bollywood actress Preity Zinta's supposed 18 crore rupees loan being written off by this bank. A website called IndianCooperative.com apparently put out the story, although when we tried looking for the article, the web page was deleted. But Kerala Congress picked it up and posted it on social media platform X. Zinta then clarified her stance. She said no one wrote off any loan for her. The Bollywood actress added that a loan was taken and fully paid back over 10 years ago. So that was one. Next is about the bank's poor management. Now, since this story came out, a lot of people asked some right questions. Like, how come this alleged fraud was taking place and no one knew about it or flagged it? Where were the auditors? Now, there are some details emerging on that front. As per a report by Piyush Shukla of the Hindu Business Line, over 20 ex-employees did flag issues at the bank with the RBI way back in 2020. In their letter, the ex-employees are believed to have written in detail about the suspicious holding of annual general meetings, shady transactions, discrepancies in loan sanctions, excesses of the bank management, among others. The ex-employees also said the bank was functioning in what they call a suspicious atmosphere. It is alleged that the bank's reserves were illegally used to falsely show inflated profits. Personal expenses of the bank's chairman, Hiren Bhanu, were allegedly paid from the bank's own kitty. The Business Line report adds that there were instances that when various charges recovered from the account holders got diverted to personal accounts of directors and their relatives. After some time, these accounts ended up being closed. There's also a mention of how the new chairman began approving corporate loans of up to 25 crore rupees without the branch managers knowing. Whereas prior to this, requests for loans more than 5 crore rupees were not even entertained. In fact, here's an excerpt from the letter that Business Line published. Top floor of the corporate office at Prabhadevi is used for entertaining friends and relatives of chairman and HNI borrowers. It is also learned that on top floor there was an arrangement for organizing parties by serving liquor, etc. On one such occasion, on the 31st of December, due to nuisance, high noise level, neighborhood people had made police complaint and the police had to interfere. However, the bank, through political pressure, somehow suppressed the matter. So what did the Reserve Bank of India do about it? Reportedly nothing for 4 years at least. The RBI only stepped in January 2024. That too, for imposing a 15 lakh rupees fine on the bank for breaching the prescribed ceiling on charity donations during financial year 2021. At the time of shooting this video, there's no exact clarity on what happened to the grievances which were flagged by ex-employees. As for the audit question, it has come to light that a man called Abhijit Deshmukh, who was the auditor at the bank at the time, he gave an A grade rating to the bank between 2019 and 2022, effectively saying all is well with the bank. The police said last week they will be writing to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, or ICAI, to check if bank auditors are meant to check cash in bank lockers physically during an audit. Basically to understand how come this 122 crore rupees was missing from the bank's vault and no one knew about it. Now let's come to the last bit, which is the investigation. Last week, the Economic Offences Wing of the Mumbai Police arrested former chairman of the bank, Abhimanyu Bhuan. As per police officials, Bhuan was aware that Hitesh Mehta, who is the main accused in the case, was removing cash from the bank's Prabhadevi and Goregaon branches. Not just that, it is that Bhuan himself allegedly received kickbacks of at least 1 crore out of this 122 crore rupees. Investigation so far has revealed that the cash retention limit at the bank's Prabhadevi headquarters was raised from 10 crore rupees to 20 crore rupees in 2016. Despite this 20 crore limit was breached. In March 2019, the safes in the bank's Prabhadevi branch had 33 crore rupees in cash, and in March 2020, 99 crore rupees. This amount was at 99 crore rupees. Now, Abhimanyu Bhuan is the third accused in the case and has been sent to police custody till the 28th of February. There's also, in fact, an interesting story on how he was appointed as the CEO. In fact, once he was appointed as the chief executive officer of this bank, the bank, in fact, asked for an extension for him from the Reserve Bank of India. Once the Reserve Bank of India refused to grant an extension, he apparently still continued as a chairman as recently as the February of this year. So that's all we have for this report. Do like and share this video, comment, and let us know what your views are. And of course, subscribe to HW News English on YouTube for more such videos. Thanks for watching.